Until Dawn. Now, this has been a rumour that's been circulating for some time now that the game would get a revamp for PlayStation 5 and PC, and lo and behold, it has come to pass. What's curious about this is that the original was created using Guerrilla Games' Decima engine, had extremely variable performance on PlayStation 4, which was essentially cleaned up on back compat under PlayStation 5, which is fantastic. But now we're getting an actual PlayStation 5 version, and we seem to be migrating from one engine to another, which is interesting, right, Oliver?
Yeah, I mean, apparently they're using UE5 for this one, and it seems odd to me because you'd assume that a Decima title would be able to be ported to PS5 and PC systems without an enormous deal of difficulty. It also doesn't need a whole lot to work really well visually. It looked really superb on PS4 systems. I think high-res rendering, 60 FPS, it could look really good even without substantial upgrades. Visually, the trailer did look excellent. It's just short snippets, and I'm not sure how it compares to Until Dawn's original incarnation. You need a side-by-side for that.
Yeah.
But it does look very, very good for sure in this showing. So it'll be curious to see how the final version pans out.
Mm-hmm. John, what do you think about this? I mean, does it look substantially different to the original?
Actually, I would say I'm fairly confident that what this is sort of a setup for a sequel. I'm going to say it. I suspect that Sony want to revive Until Dawn and to make sure that people understand where the series comes from. They've decided to sort of recreate, remaster, whatever you want to call it. I guess it's kind of a remake in many ways since they've switched engines and it's all new rendering features. And that seems to be what they're doing. So I suspect that'll come out. This will come out this year, and then in the next year or two, we'll probably have an Until Dawn 2 by a different team. Maybe the same guys that have been doing the Dark Pictures stuff. They did the Quarry as well, which was actually rather good, I would say. So all that stuff will be interesting to see. As far as the visuals, though, I mean, it does look noticeably better. You can see there's more advanced rendering going on, but I kind of agree that the original still looks good enough, right? Like, it's just these improvements are certainly welcome, but it's just strange to me that this does not feel like a game that really needs this kind of upgrade.
Okay.
Just given the quality of what was already achieved on PS4.
Okay, if they are effectively relaunching the franchise, this does kind of make sense, though, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm like, okay, it makes sense. There is no confirmation on this, by the way. It's just my best guess is that this would be the reason to do this. It's because they want to relaunch the franchise.
Yeah.
I guess there was technically an Until Dawn sequel, kind of, with the Rush of Blood VR shooting game, but that was so far removed. I guess my biggest question, though, is if they do an Until Dawn 2, are they going back to that team that I just mentioned with the Dark Pictures? Because they've continued to make Until Dawn-like games, but with less production value, I would say. So maybe Sony's finally decided, you know what, let's go back to these guys and ask them to revive the franchise with a sequel. So we'll see.
There's no specific release date that I'm aware of, just 2024.
Yeah.
This is also like tying into a little bit of transmedia stuff because they're doing an Until Dawn movie, apparently, I read a couple days ago.
Right, okay.
So that could be part of it as well.
Dang, I didn't realize it was such a big franchise.
Yeah, I didn't really,
Apparently so.
Yeah.